Well, joining us here in the studio now, we have Kristen Lambert-Bryant, attorney at law, who focuses on estate planning and mediation. And our interview today is really going to tie into the segments we've been doing with Tony Vericella with the Alzheimer's caregiving and the caregivers. And so, Kristen, I really want to start off with Advanced Healthcare Directives. What is that and why it's important?
Okay. An Advanced Healthcare Directive is a medical power of attorney that a person can fill out while they have capacity, while they still have an basic understanding of legal documents and are still able to sign. So if someone is ever diagnosed with, say, Alzheimer's or a related dementia, they may still be able to sign an Advanced Healthcare Directive. They may still have windows of capacity during the day when they can understand the nature of the document, and they're able to fill it out and sign it. And it has to be signed in front of either a notary or in front of two qualified witnesses.
And wait, Kristen, what happens if you do not have a AHCD for your loved one?
Okay. So
that changes things, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So in an Advanced Healthcare Directive, when you make it, you name an agent. And the agent is somebody who will be able to step into your shoes and make medical decisions for you if you're unable to make them for yourself. And so with that document, the agent can decide who your medical providers are, who your doctors are, who your caregivers will be. They could move you from one facility to another. Legally, they could do that. Without the document, if the patient themselves is unable to make their own medical decisions and discharge themselves, the patient could possibly be stuck in a facility, and then the family would, or caregivers would have to go to court.
Kristen, what happened if you don't have a GP of A, and what are options for caregivers?
Okay. I'll give a quick example. I had a client who was not that old, a relatively young man, and he was married, and his wife was diagnosed with early onset dementia. What happened, they decided, okay, we will take care of legal documents, we'll see a lawyer, you know, we have time.
Right.
But things progressed really quickly. His wife went from early diagnosis to did not recognize her own spouse within 24 months. She was in a care facility, and she had a medical episode where she had to be released and go to the hospital. When she was released from the hospital, she went back to a different facility, not the first one, and the husband recognized that she wasn't thriving there. So he looked around and found a new care provider, and notified her current one that he would be moving her. They told him, show us the legal documents that allow you to do that. And he was so confused, and he said, what do you mean? It's my own wife. Of course I can move her. I'm going to move her on Friday. And so they said, well, unless you have legal documents, she can't be moved. And so that's when I get the call, right. And it's a crisis.
And it's interesting that you bring that up, because one of the things that we're finding out is that oftentimes people who are put in the caregiving situation, if you will, navigating the medical system is one of, oftentimes that we hear, is one of the first initial challenges, because it's so overwhelming.
Exactly. And as a spouse or as a adult child or a sibling of someone with dementia or Alzheimer's, you assume that you can help them all the way through. You assume that you legally can make decisions for them. But without that Advanced Healthcare Directive in place, it might not be so easy. So if someone is diagnosed early onset, right away, see someone, try to get them to execute an Advanced Healthcare Directive, naming whoever they want, their loved one, care provider, caregiver, on the document. So if and when they need assistance with medical decisions, medical care, it's already in place without any need for going to court. The second half of the document is where the person executing it can say in advance what they would like for end-of-life medical care or treatment. So they have a say in what type of care. Do they want their life prolonged artificially or not? And there are other questions that are asked in the document that you can either fill out or leave blank. But the main thing is that you have someone there legally who can step into your shoes at any given time.
Absolutely. Kristen, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Very
Thank you.
important information. Thank you for joining us. Also, we'll have this whole entire segment posted on our website as well, HiNowDaily.com. Go ahead and scan that QR code for more information. You're watching Hi Now Daily. We'll be right back. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.